go get him, Judge. Hey, 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 hey. Show me what you got, pretty lady. Show me what you got, shawty. Show me what you got, baby. Get a drummer some. I already gave the summer some. It's the winter's turn. Nigga, I am the Mike Jordan of recording. Nigga, you might wanna fall back from recording. Shit is right. Show me what you got, shawty. Show me what you got, baby. Hands up and wave, and wave, and wave, and wave. And the place that.
It's your boy. We back. Hola, hola, happy Monday. I hope y'all enjoyed your weekends and you know, got some quality time with people you love. I was slumming it the last couple of days, so now we're getting back. We're getting back on track with it. You know, every pimp has his day. You know, you got them days where just nothing go right sometimes. I want to say shout out to the Wizards, man. I'm a Washington Wizards fan, basketball club, and we're on a win streak. We're fighting to get in the playoffs, so please give me your voodoo. So we still in 91. We're staying in 1991 for the day. We got a guy that, you know, I've never heard of this dude. His name is MC Breed out of Flint, Michigan. This is like the earliest artist I've ever seen from Michigan, so it's kind of a milestone moment. I haven't covered one earlier than 91. He met another duo, and they went by the name of DFC. It stands for the Funk Clan. The DFC was two guys. You had Outta and T-Dub. So they made up the DFC. They get together and you know, they make some records together. They put out their debut album, just called MC Breed and DFC. So he released this under SDEG Records, which is an independent label. You know, you only saw, you know, this is a time where some guys are really stepping out and doing some independent stuff. You know, you had Master P coming out this year. So, you know, you got those influences of just getting it out the mud for real. People in the super hip hop community, I'm sure, know about this guy. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. So RIP. This is a commemorative episode for him, and this is for MC Breed I'm talking about. Producers on this, you got a guy named Tim Brown, Leroy McMath, Herman Lang Harris. Let's go. I got 11 songs, so you know I ain't gonna hold you too long today.
Rolling big cars and carrying big nuts. Niggas pushing bitches with the drop tops. Bitches all around, all over the place. Eyes open wide for a sack to chase. They're just looking for a fool to pay the rent.
We're just getting to 91, but this sounds like an 80s record, from the beat all the way down to even how he kicking his lyrics on it. I don't like this beat. The way he's rapping on it, it's like, you know, it's gonna be hard for him to survive that wave of 91 that's coming in right now. Even some of the shit I've heard, you know, like I've covered, you know, Grand Puba and fucking Tretch and Sadat X, just these dynamic MCs. And then he comes in and it's like, I don't know, but it's just the first song.
Wow, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything got going, right? You know, 88, the boy was gone, man. Guess what I was going through, right? Long and slow ride on the Greyhound bus. Job Corps where I'm headed, it's a matter of must.
This nigga sounds like Joe Torre rapping, which is weird. Either way, he got that like little voice he got, you know, almost look Kermit the Froggy. But the name of the song is Job Corps. I don't know how long Job Corps been out. You know, I know a lot of people who went to Job Corps when we were young. You know, you're supposed to go and, you know, get your affairs in order for after school and job placements. I mean, this beat suits his rap style better than that first song, because it's more smoother and he kind of pick his pockets well on this. I don't care for this record very much, but he's speaking a lot of truth. And I mean, if you went to Job Corps, you know, you probably could relate to it more.
I'ma tell a little story that might break your heart. Happened to this little kid who should have known from the start. And it happened to the child when he was 8 or 9. He thought he was cool around this time. And he was hanging on the corner with a bunch of thugs. And at 10 and a half, he was on big drugs.
You know, getting into the wrong drugs, getting into the wrong game. You know, it's a part of life, and you got to figure your way through these treacherous waters. Basically kind of putting it in this. He's giving you a bunch of fucked up situations and saying, that's life. Like, you just get used to fucked up shit happening. Cause it's, I mean, it's no stopping. That's the sad part about it. You gotta just experience shit, and just try to level yourself off. The beat's got like a little funk to it, but it's super simple. It doesn't stick out at you at all, and he's kind of got that same rhyme scheme, but this is a good beat for his rhymes also. But
Sound hard, sound funky, people gon' dance to. Give the record a second and a chance to. Hitting people like a scene of a maze. And while they slipping back, my feet is planted in the pavement.
definitely the best beat I've heard so far on this project. Ice Cube already kind of tapped into this. Well, a bunch of people kind of already tapped into this sample. From Dr. Dre to some dope transitions in this record though too, to watch out for. I think that it's growing on me as I listen to it throughout. It grows on you. He showed up. He did good. He actually switched it up on the second verse here and brought some flavor with it.
Technology, right? And what we doing here together as a team, the true duo, is what we call kicking it. Said we kicking.
He got a style that'll lull you to sleep though. It's like, all right, come on now with it. I catch him sometimes, but then with some of his rhymes, he'll be saying certain things, but then he'll just go somewhere where you like, I don't even know what the hell you saying, and he don't have a flow that's cold enough to just get away with saying bullshit. With him, it's like he would have to say the dopest shit, each time out, or like some clever shit. The beat is okay. I'm not gonna shit on the beat, but I don't really think he added anything special to it. He just kind of cruised on this one. It's a straight up like Public Enemy beat, straight up, and he just rapping on it. I don't know if he just took this from Public Enemy or if they recreated this song, but that's what I hear is immediately. When you have somebody that like kills that sound or that is their sound, you like, ain't no way you gonna do this better than them. It seemed like he switched between like this super old school 80s flow and then all of a sudden he'll bring it to the 90s for a hot second for like the second verse or or something, and then you be like, oh, okay, so you can do that shit.
I'm getting rude and you know what's up, dude. Yo, MC serving it with R.E.D. and technology from the city of Variety.
Most simple drum pattern ever. He's just putting a positive affirmation into the world. I am not crazy about this record at all.
Go with my knuckle, go crack that smile. Put the pedal to the metal just to watch you burn. And the sentence about to give you is a lifetime term. I ain't playing when I'm swaying cause it's not for kicks.
See, this record right here is like his crack right here. This beat, I really like this beat because it's like, it seems like it's before its time. I can't really believe this came out in 91. It sounds like some shit that'll come out now. Like the way it ring off. I like this. This feels really good, and it feels like the perfect look for him. This is a simple beat. I mean, it's just as simple as the last one, but the difference is like it's about the sounds you pick, because there's certain sounds that just they connect. You know what I mean? And then obviously certain sounds connect with different people. So taste comes into play here.
Is it a matter of fact or opinion? Instead of falling apart, we all need to blend in. Lend a hand to a black man and bring it to a level where we all understand.
You know who his flow is really like? It's really Flavor. His flow is like Flavor Flav. If you ever heard Flavor Flav rap or really even talk, he's conversational like Flavor Flav is. I'm cool on it, but I get it. I like some of the lyrics. He's pro-blacking on this joint. For the most part, that's what he's talking about, just the struggle. And I mean, you got to do it. It's part of hip hop. You got to have something talking about your people.
Yeah, that's what we like to do. We like to do it.
The congos in this is like just connecting to my molecular. Black people in drums, it connects to you. So it's something tribal about it that I really like. They seem like they high as fuck though. They just high in there talking about that just going crazy in the booth. I don't know. It's something cool about this record to me. I don't know if I'm coming back to it. I'm like really on the fence with it, but I get it.
Back on track, I got news of a blue black who had a gap, but he ain't going back to the hardcore like a penitentiary. But he was soft, he was only going in through.
Well, you got him talking about more power on this, Black Power specifically, and he's really talking about unity. You know, this is not a new concept of niggas just thinking now, let's get together. No, it's always been some people, some form of us doing it in the streets, but of course the masses, the more further we separate ourselves, the harder it is to move on one accord. But I think things are changing, man. We got to get some more black organizations. It's some that exist that we need to tap into, and then we need to like create more. There's little moments in it that you're like, okay, this rock. But the message behind it is the biggest thing. Album concept and theme. There's no real laid out theme for you. You just kind of get little bits and pieces of his life. For the most part, I gather, you know, you just talk about his childhood, coming up rough, coming up in wild streets of fucking Michigan, and I'm sure I could only imagine how it was then. You know, it's cleaning up though now. It's not really no cohesive theme, but you know, I do get to know him a little bit through the music. So artwork is just, you know, my man standing outside of his like a school or some, you know, like he's standing outside of my old high school right there. No, he just kind of kicking it, and just showing himself. Nigga look like he'll sell you some cigarettes. It's okay. I'm not gonna judge it that hard because, you know, it ain't that elaborate of a thing. Production on here, I'll give them credit for trying to be original with some of the beats that they brought, but I really didn't care for a lot of them. However, they did get a couple of them right. For the most part, all of them were simple, and the most extravagant beats, you know, are samples, and it's not a whole lot of those. So creativity, I mean, it's there, but you know, it's hard to really see on the production side, like to point out what is the most creative parts of this project, because it's a little subjective here. Replay value is pretty low for me. Out of these 11 songs, there's only like 2 of them that I really enjoyed, but it was 2 of them, and that's not like a really good album ratio at all. The impact to the game and the culture, I think, is it's not that high, especially for this project. I don't feel like it made a big splash. He is a bit of a hybrid artist, you know, but his, you know, it doesn't really, he hasn't dazzled you a whole bunch on this album, but it is a couple zingers on there. Lyrics, like I say, it's times for him, MC Bree, when he comes through and he really gives you some choice lyrics, but man, you know, it's spotty. It's a little, he's got that monotone storytelling flow. He's like a Flavor Flav, but way more like turned down in a sense of his energy. You know, his energy a little more lulls you. First on the show, this album scored a 29, which is an album I'm good on. I think this is the first album on here that I've been good on. It's not a whole lot of replay value on here, even though I've already plucked my 2. But I'm judging it as an album, complete body of work. I'll listen to another album from him, but you know, like this one, I'm not coming back to. So yeah, shout out and RIP to MC Bree. May you rest in pimpness. Shout out to the DFC, Flint, Michigan. Shout out to Power Entertainment, the whole 9. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Same time, same place. You know how we do it. If nobody ever told you I love you, man, and y'all just, you know, don't hurt too hard, but, you know, try to get yours.